Doop doop doop. Beep beep. No, check out the size of this base. Right there, we've already been here. It's gonna be several times as big as the Haken Gate, don't you think? Yeah, you may be right. It was apparently the primary base of the counter-offensive in the war 10 years ago. Okay, that's pretty impressive. Let's go inside and see if we can talk to whoever's in charge. What is it? Nothing, just that you're not acting like your usual Tim itself. Starting to remind me of that. Come on, not like I'm not nervous. After General Morgan, how bad can it be? I guess you're right. I wonder if he's still at the Haken Gate. Right, we've already dealt with the military ones before. Now this around here would probably be where Dorothy took that photograph, isn't it? Bam, bam. There's no one here. That's strange. It's usually gatekeeper outside at least. Yeah, you would assume so. Identify yourself! Where did that come from? Probably a speaker. This is Leyston HQ of Labor's Royal Armed Forces. Places off limits to civilians. Afraid you're going to have to leave. They sound polite, but yeah, I think they're just being extra cautious. Can you two hear me? Sorry, but we're not civilians. We're from the Bracer Guild. We're here to discuss the matter of the central lab being attacked. Would you please speak with the individual in charge? Are you actual Bracers then? Don't believe us, you can inspect our emblems. You can see them, right? Indeed, you appear to be the genuine article. However, I will get to inform you that the CEO of this base is currently away. Perhaps you can come back another day. No commanding officer. Oh, that sounds sloppy. In that case, anyone from the intelligence division will be fine. If you have information, it must go to either Colonel Richard or Captain Amalcia. Very well, wait there. Phew, like pulling teeth at these guys. Yeah, I wasn't expecting security to be this tight here. Come on. Someone's here at least. Well, that doesn't need someone. Please forgive me for making you wait. I'm Major Sid, Garrison Commander of Leyston Fortress. I'm Mr. Bright, of the Bracer Guild. And I'm Joshua Bright, also of the Bracer Guild. Right. Something wrong? Nothing, pardon me. On to business. You mentioned the attack on the central labs. Very sorry, but no one from the intelligence division is currently here. Good. You have a message. I can deliver it for you. That could be a problem. Okay, time to shake things up. Yeah. Let's go with we have a lead on the airship tied to the crime. That seems reasonable. And here we found a lead on the airship that took away the professor. What? What? Why do you look so surprised, Major? It's nothing. We've just been searching for two. So, what is this lead anyway? Take a look at this. Hand it over Dorothy's photograph. Yes, there's Leyston Fortress, isn't it? How did you get this picture? No need to get worked up. Look at the top right corner of that picture. Let's see. What the? Yeah, it's obviously not the silhouette of a military patrol ship, is it? And it's a spitting image of the airship that took away the professor. Still, smug face. Reduction. Indeed, this is a grave matter. Thank you for your cooperation. I'll send a report to the intelligence division straight away. Hey, wait a minute, is that it? Yes, what it? I mean, don't you think this is weird? Why would the suspect ship be hanging around here? It's embarrassing to admit, but I'm afraid that it's entirely my fault. We've been aggressively searching along the border. The security wasn't as tight at home as it should have been here. Yeah, sure. And if this airship fled to the north, it's possible that this whole matter may have been a plot by the Empire. Really? I'd like to know just one thing. Where exactly are all of the intelligence personnel right now? That's classified. Sorry, I can't say more. Strange, isn't it? Okay, now, maybe it's just me. Don't you think it so kinda smells a little funny? I know, but without any concrete evidence, pursuing this lead won't do us any good. Yeah. Huh? What the? What? Why did it stop short? What? Did Phenomen start up again? Yeah, sure, that's... Yeah, I think that's exactly what we needed. That's the black orb, isn't it? It seems to have let you see us at our worst. Looks like the gate mechanism isn't in the best of conditions. Indeed, that's a real problem. Maybe you could get some folks from the central labs out to repair it. I bet that someone like Professor Russell could have it good as new and no time flat. Yes, I'll keep that in mind. You too, maintain post here until it's back in working order. Be sure to keep any careless civilians away. Sir, yes sir. Understood, sir. That's it, and you can be on your way. I'll be certain to take that photograph to intelligence. Now, if you'll pardon me. We know that phenomenon already. We've seen it live and in action. You're the man. This area is off limits. Be on your way. You're not really giving me a choice, eh? Somehow I find it hard to believe a word that guy said. Especially if the little malfunction we just saw, so I think it is. Yes, and it was probably that same phenomenon. Which would mean the professor is being held prisoner inside. Shh, Estelle. This isn't the place to be discussing this. Oh, okay. Oh no, let's get back to Zeiss and see what Gideon has to say. If we have the chance, we can call for the lab chief. I just can't believe that Professor Russell is at Leyston Fortress. Are you absolutely certain? Story's photograph and the shutdown of orbital power in the gate. These two things combined make the conclusion inescapable. Well, it is certainly indicating a lot. But the Settled Factory and the Royal Army have always had excellent relations. I'm expected to believe this. It's not as if the internal command structure of the military is all run by a single entity. The people who attacked the factory were seen escaping. They looked like Royal Guardsmen. That, in and of itself, is a clue. What that would mean... But now they're being set up, isn't it? I mean, the obvious answer is usually, you know... Right. My thoughts exactly. This may be some form of internal conspiracy within the Royal Army. This is unpleasant to think about. How could the professor get caught up in something like this? Sounds like you found a lead on our friendly neighborhood criminals. Right. Good to see you back on your feet. Yeah, I just woke up a few minutes ago. It was a little weird waking up in a strange place after being put to bed like some baby. For the love of... I'm not worried about you, alright? Are you sure you're okay with moving around so soon? Yeah, sleeping so much didn't give me any other option than to recover. Being pretty much back to normal. But Agatha, you should probably rest some more. You just got the poison out of your system, and the doctor said... I just said I'm fine. I've been training for years, but don't let rough on someone like me. Alright, I get it. I won't overdo it or anything, till I'm back to normal. That cool with you? Okay. All weapons in the eyes of this little child. Damn kids. Even the mighty Agatha is no match for Dieter. Yes, it's hard to say no to someone who's kept a constant vigil over you, nursed you back to health. Shut up. And back to the point. Looks like a lot's been going on while I've been out of commission. Mind filling me in on the details? Sure. That explains that all signs pointed to Professor Russell being held captive at the Leyston Fortress. Can't believe that Grandpa's in there. Wouldn't have thought these goons in the black clothes were army types either. Suddenly I'm feeling better than ever. What say we go and settle our debt right away? Settle our debts. Ain't it obvious? Sneak into Layton Fortress. We'll bust the professor out, and I'll never know what hit him. Okay. Like setting everything in one big stroke. Wait, it's not that simple. Huh? Brazier Guild has a long-standing policy of non-intervention when it comes to a nation's military. Article 3 of the Guild Code. Brazers and non-involvement in military or political matters. Brazier will recognize a nation's sovereignty and may not interfere with nor arrest any person of national, military or political standing. Or to put it more simply, as long as the army is playing dumb about this, our hands are tied. Oh, you've got to be kidding. Oh wait, that doesn't make sense. I mean that we can't witness a crime, but if it's done by a soldier or a politician, we just have to pretend we didn't see anything? Essentially yes, there's however a loophole. Article 2 of the Guild Code. Racers and their duty to the people. In the event of unjust imperilment of citizens, the racer's sworn duty is to bear the responsibility of the citizens' safety. We understand the significance of this. I see, the professor's not a politician or a soldier. He's a civilian whom we are sworn to protect. So then, arrest hinges upon you, Mr. Murdoch. In this case, we are obliged to oppose the Royal Army and save Professor Russell. Will you help us? Stupid question. Back to needs him. Oh hell, all of the world needs him. Don't get him. Mr. Murdoch, thank you. No need to thank me. I Professor Russell for all he's taught me. So, we have adequate justification to proceed. Racer Sagate, Estelle, and Joshua. You are hereby ordered to proceed to Layton Fortress and rescue Professor Russell. It's not above board as you may be accustomed to. That's the request of the Brazier Guild, nevertheless. Now you're talking. Acknowledged. Yeah, bring it on. By doing this, we have to figure out how we're getting in there. Layton Fortress is pretty damn famous for being impossible to break into. That's true. It's easy to say we're going to do it. Putting it into practice is going to take some serious planning. Has to be some way of getting inside. Unfortunately, the security there is nigh unto perfect. When they're not breaking their own gates, that is. Approaching from the lake would likely be impossible, since it's monitored by a network of orbital sensors. Figured as much. A frontal assault would be tantamount to suicide. Hey, Mr. Murdoch. You know that orange airship that goes to Layton Fortress? Yes, that's the Leibniz. Makes periodic stops to inspect the equipment at the fort to make sure it's performing properly. Say that we could sneak into the fortress on it. All of the crew members go through a thorough security check as soon as they land. It's impossible to just sneak away. How about stowing away in the cargo? Oh good, each container is scanned with a biosensor for living creatures, and they check each and every one. Plus, those sensors were designed by Professor Russell himself. They can even pick up one little mouse and a huge mess of stuff. Well then. Oh. What is it, sweetie? Yeah, don't you remember? Grandpa's invention from when I was showing you around. Let me think. Aha! When we were helping with the experiments on a new type of weapon, right? Yeah, right? Produces a force field that can disrupt the biosensors. We've already tested that it works, so everything will be fine. Really? I had no idea the professor had even made anything like this. Where is this device then? I guess it must be right where he left it, in his laboratory. We have no time to lose. Hurry and retrieve this device. In the meantime, I will gather and collate whatever data I can on Layton Fortress. Got it, thanks. I'll leave the arrangement of a delivery at the Leibniz to you, Mr. Murdoch. Alright, I'll talk to Gustav. Just come to the airfield when you're ready. Nice.